Hello, my dear students. Now we will discuss about the kinematics of rigid body. However, we have discussed the various topics of the engineering mechanics in static and dynamics. So, in kinematics, we have discussed about various topics like D'Alembert's principle, energy, work energy, impact, etc. And also we have discussed about the kinematics of the particles. But now we will discuss about kinematics of rigid body. So first of all, we must know what is kinematics of rigid body. Rigid body means the body in which the particles do not uh, we do not press the particles, or the object cannot be deformed, or the distance between the two particles remain constant. However, we are applying the forces upon it. So a rigid body can perform various kind of motions. Translational motion, as you can see over the screen, then also curvilinear motion, rotational motion. Rotational motion means the body moves in concentric circular path. Here you can see the two particles A1 and B1 here. So the difference between these two particles will remain constant. However, the velocity of B1 particle and A1 particle will also differ if it is rotating with some angular velocity omega. As you know, rotational motion means the body is moving about a fixed point, fixed center here. So it means if the velocity is r into omega, so the velocity of b1 will be rb into omega, and at a it will be ra into omega. However, the velocity about this point where this radius will become 0 will be equal to 0. It means where there is a fixed center, or where it is moving about the point, so that point is always fixed, there is no motion, and its velocity is 0. So this concept will be used later on when we will discuss about IC. IC means instantaneous center of the general plane motion. So apart from translational motion and rotational motion, the body can also perform some other kind of motion, and that other kind of motion is general plane motion. So what is general plane motion? General plane motion means any plane motion which is neither translational nor rotational is known as general plane motion. It means कैसा हुआ, how it was, or how it kind of motion. So general plane motion of rigid bodies can always be considered as the sum of plane translational and rotational motion. Means it is the combination of rotational and translational motion. How? Now we will see some examples like rolling of a cylinder. So this rolling of cylinder without slipping. So here this cylindrical part is rolling. So due to its rotation, there will be due to its rotation, you can see there are two kind of due to its rolling there are two type of motions. Here it is displaced from this point to this point, so this is the translational motion, and this point B1 moves towards in its right direction, or it travels an angle, so it is also a rotational motion. So that is why this plane motion, general plane motion of rigid body is the combination of translational and rotational motion about the center. So this is about the kinematics of rigid body. Another example. So here you can see if it is rotating from here to here, and my this finger is moving from upside to downside. So this portion, so this is a general plane motion in which the object is rolling. So it is also traversing in translation motion, and it is also in travels in rotational motion. So another example is sliding off or slipping off ladder. So initially this was the position of the bar, but later on when it travels general plane motion, so it travel in horizontal as well as in vertical motion. So here is this is the translational motion, and here it travels some angular motion, so it is known as rotational motion. So again, the general plane motion of this bar is a combination of translational and rotational motion. Now you will see, if there is a rotation, it means there must be a center about which it is being rotated. But this center is always keep on changing. So that is why this type of center is known as instantaneous center. So instantaneous center of rotation. So here you can see a rigid body in plane motion at any given instant of time appears as if it rotating about a certain point. Means if it is here, if bar is this in this position, it means there must be a center about which it is being rotated. But at next moment, the position has been changed. So it means the instantaneous center must also be changed. So that is why it doesn't have the it doesn't has the fixed center. That center is always keep on changing. So that point is known as instantaneous center. So again, we will understand it. A rigid body in plane motion at any given instant of time appears as if rotating about a certain point in the plane of the body. So this point, which is instantaneously at center, which is instantaneously at this point, which is instantaneously at some point, that center is known as the instantaneous center. That I will show you in. So that point that is at rest and its velocity is zero is called as instantaneous center of rotation. So that I have also mentioned in rotational, because this is the rotating part. Here we are considering the rotating part of the bar of the general plane motion. It means there must be, the rotation must be about a fixed point, and when it is fixed point means it will be at rest, and if it is at rest, its velocity will be zero. So that point is known as center of rotation, but instantaneous center of rotation, not fixed center of rotation. So because it is always keep on changing, so that is why it is known as IC. So the body may seem to be rotating about one point at one instant of the time, about another point at the next instant. So it keeps on changing at every instant. It is not a fixed point. So what is the application? Why it is needed? So using this concept, the velocity of any point in the body can be determined by assuming the point rotating with some angular velocity about the IC at the instant. Means if you want to calculate the velocity at this end, if you want to calculate the velocity at the middle point, if you want to calculate the velocity at this point, you can calculate with the help of this instantaneous center. So now in next video we will discuss how to locate the various kind of instantaneous instantaneous centers of various points or at different points with different velocities, with different magnitude of the velocities, with different direction of the velocities. So that will be discussed in next video. Thank you.